Hey guys, it's Annamal here with GameTyrant, and we've got a brief review for you of Atelier Sophie, the Alchemist of the Mysterious Book. So this really is just first impressions. I've only had about 8 hours of play so far, and I feel like there's a lot more to this game than I've experienced yet, so I don't quite feel it's fair to give a rating of the game yet. So we're just going to touch briefly on some of the game's concepts, the gameplay itself, and a few of the characters that you run across. So let's go ahead and take a look. It starts out in a small town where you are Sophie. Pretty much a poor excuse for an alchemist. I mean, she tries her best, but she's pretty accident prone and a bit of a space case from some of the dialogue that I've witnessed so far, which initially I was not a huge fan of. But luckily for her, she happens across one of her grandmother's old books, which, surprise, it can fly around and talk. Kinda weird, but hey, not only does this book have a bit of personality, but she decides to help Sophie suck less at pretty much the only thing that she does, alchemy. In turn, Sophie decides to help Plachta regain her lost memories of how she came to be. So by going out into the world and collecting ingredients, you unlock new alchemy recipes that you can try and synthesize to help unlock Plachta's memories. Now, synthesis is a fun little puzzle aspect of the game. In a way, you sort of play Tetris with the ingredients to try and fill up the grid in the most efficient way possible. By doing so, you create items of varying quality, but there are a lot of variables that go into synthesizing. Each item itself takes up a specific set of tiles, and while you typically want to cover as much of the board as you can, you kind of have to be careful not to overlap ingredients, because in doing so, you lose whatever property boosts you had gained from the ingredients you end up covering up. So the ingredients themselves too have different grades of quality, potency for specific properties, as well as a variety of traits that you can transfer over to the new items created. And the higher level alchemy you are, then the more traits that you can transfer over. By completing new recipes, you level up your alchemy, as well as progress through the main storyline. And you can find clues to unlock new recipes from a variety of things. Anything from defeating monsters to picking up materials, or even exploring different areas of the world map will open up different options for you. In order to progress in the main storyline, you have to unlock these new recipes, because doing so, it kind of ups the memory meter, which unlocks Plachta's memories. There's another way to pump up that meter, and that's by fulfilling requests from good old Horst at the cafe bar. Depending on what time of day it is, it's one or the other. He has a variety of jobs for you from people around town that have consisted of mainly gathering materials and slaying monsters. The difficulty of the requests increases as the game goes on and you're able to complete previous ones. You can kind of be tested to see if you can go on to more difficult requests. So if you start out and they seem pretty easy, just hold on, they get worse. Rumors, on the other hand, they're a little different, and I'm still trying to figure out the details. But from my understanding, most of the minor ones you buy are just kind of for info in the game regarding different aspects of it. The big money ones, though, they tend to open up windows of time to gather special ingredients. You gotta keep in mind when purchasing these rumors, though, that they have a limited window of time. So if you buy it and you don't go to the area that the ingredients are, then you're basically SOL and you just blew your money. Trust me, I learned the hard way. Now, throughout your happy little adventures, you run into a pretty unique variety of characters with a wide range of personalities and quirks. While I haven't honestly gotten too far in depth with all of their stories, I'm just beginning to crack into it. There have been hints of foreshadowing that several of these guys are not all that they appear to be. So I'm pretty curious to continue the gameplay and see how they develop and what roles some of them play throughout the story, because I have a few theories about some of their intentions in this game. But when you take some of these guys along with you to leave town to explore different areas, which you'll have to do pretty frequently, there are random stops along your path that have a chance to reward you with health or LP or coal, which is the game's currency, or surprise battle, which has actually wrecked me on occasion. The monsters you run across in this game vary in abilities and difficulty, and the latter usually depends on the area you're in and how much you've milked it for materials. The battling in this game has the good old JRPG feel to it, with the turn-based action, but it's spruced up a little bit with pretty lovely animations and movesets. It includes a variety of strategic options that create the best experience when utilized properly, and each character has their own unique skills that benefit the group. There is honestly so much to this game that it's pretty impossible to go over all of it in just a few minutes. When I first started playing it, I wasn't really sure about it because there was so much new information to absorb all at once, and it really bothered me that Sophie is such a derp. But after giving it a fair chance with several hours of gameplay, I can honestly say the game has grown on me the more I've played it. And the more I play it, the more I want to play it. So far, it's a fun, laid-back, and unique concept with an appealing choice of music. I enjoy the grind of gathering materials and completing requests, which I understand is not for everyone, but I look forward to seeing how the rest of the story plays out. Have you played Atelier, Sophie? Drop a comment, let me know what your thoughts are. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching!